Tonight we see out 2024 and see in 2025 with some amazing fireworks that are going to be just over my shoulder in a few hours' time. But what an amazing year it's been for EVs, and here at Amazing EV we think every EV is amazing. But every year we know, and you know, some cars, some EVs are more amazing than others. It's EV of the Year time. Tonight we're going to present the finalists for the Amazing EV inaugural, the first time, EV of the Year Awards. I'm Roscoe and this is the Amazing EV of the Year Awards. We're absolutely inspired late last year when Wheels Magazine Australia took the bold choice to award the EV car, not just the EV category, but the EV Car of the Year to the Ioniq 5N. So with this win for an EV on record, we got to thinking, why limit our Car of the Year to cars just available in Australia? Why don't we cast the net around the world, have a look at Cars of the Year from all over the world, all sorts of categories, all sorts of countries, and see what other journalists chose in other parts of the world. Let's just see how many EVs are actual outright Car of the Year winners around the world, and check out a few of the other EV category winners at the same time. Whether you're an EV fan or not, some of these results might surprise you because there's many EVs winning outright Car of the Year awards all over the world. But on our 2025 EV of the Year Awards, we're not going to do all testing, checklists, comparisons, fuel economy and value tests. Oh no, we're going to take all those results from all those journalists, all those motoring writers, all those editors, all those magazines all over the world. We're going to take the best of the best. You get to decide, you get to judge, you decide the winner. We all know these sort of things don't happen without some help, so today we want to thank our partners and sponsors, Electric Loans Australia, who we've recently partnered with to provide loans for electric vehicle buyers, new or used EVs, or anything to do with electricity, whether it's home charging, home batteries. In fact, they've got loans for almost everything. And the thing I like the most about them is it always feels like they're on your side when it comes to securing the best loan for your new or used EV. Check out the finance link on AmazingEV.com.au. Have a chat to them. I'm sure they'll look after you. So strap yourselves in as we present 14 finalists from Global Car of the Year Awards, outright winners in some cases, finalists in others, Cars of the Year of YouTubers, plus a couple of choices from Mrs. Amazing I to present the finalists for you to judge in the Amazing EV of the Year Awards 2025, brought to you by Electric Loans Australia. Wow, Wheels Magazine, we applaud you and you inspired us. Your Car of the Year, the 2024-25 Wheels Magazine Car of the Year, the Ioniq 5N. This freak of nature, powered by electricity, but sounding like a petrol car. This is incredible, and what an amazing choice. And as you said, it was a unanimous decision, and we couldn't agree more. Certainly a contentious decision for the Australian motoring public at the moment, but not for an EV enthusiast. And for us, it's thoroughly deserved. What do you guys think? Is it your EV of the year? Well, it's our first finalist and our first nomination for our EV of the year, 2025. Let's introduce Mrs. Amazing's nomination. Well, it's one of the biggest, most anticipated launches of the year. It was leaked, it was packed, there were spy shots for months. And then finally, the new Tesla Model 3 was released in 2024 with a raft of refinements inside and out. reclaiming its title as one of the best. Online publication Chasing Cars here in Australia agreed with Mrs. Amazing in their 2024 24 EV mega comparison across different price ranges, across different criteria, comparing 24 EVs. The new Tesla Model 3 long range fended off all comers. It was Chasing Cars' ultimate overall EV winner for 2024.
I love this car because it's just easy to drive, it's sleek, it's cool. I love the interior, it's got a giant screen. I love the steering wheel, I love the feel of it. It just feels good when I get in it. The AmazingEV EV of the Year Award. This is my Tesla Model 3.
And while we're down at Tesla in Sydney, guess what we saw? The Cybertruck was back in Sydney town. And while it's no one's car of the year winner around the world, for tech, for style, for the sheer audacity of its presence, it's sharp, it's vast, and just watch those rear wheels. All that put together meant it was top of my list.
You like that? I like that.
What do you think of the Cybertruck? It's my nomination for EV of the year.
We have one.
We started to research and had a lot of fun researching all the Car of the Year awards around the world to get our finalists so that you can judge. But we thought to ourselves, where did Car of the Year come from? What was its origins? Where did it all start? Of course, it didn't take long with the internet to find out that Motor Trend magazine in the USA started all with their award early on in their publication's history with the Cadillac V8 as the very first Car of the Year. And that's probably where the name came from. It wasn't until 1963 in Australia where Wheels magazine nominated their very first Car of the Year. And it was the Renault 8. And we've got a full list of every winner since then, 61 years ago now. It started all with a Renault 8. So remember that later on when we come to the finalists this year. Then in 1964, a jury of European journalists voted the very first European Car of the Year. And so now 60 years later, the COTYs or COTYs or Car of the Year awards are fully entrenched across all sorts of countries all over the world in all sorts of motoring markets, covering all types, all classes, all categories, price ranges, and now there's often even a category for EVs. But then something very strange started to happen. We don't know exactly when, but we do know in 2013, the publication that started it all, Motor Trend magazine, awarded a very famous now, very technologically advanced, incredibly stylish, American-built Car of the Year for the very first time. And that was the Tesla electric, pure electric EV as outright Car of the Year. And boy, did it cause a new wave of controversy. But now it's time we think EVs have their own Car of the Year awards. The EV of the Year awards. No petrol, no diesel, no hybrids, no hydrogen, no plug-in diesel, no plug-in hybrids. Just EVs, pure EVs. Let's get back to our finalists. Let's raise a glass to our fourth finalist, the Irish Car of the Year for 2025, the Renault Scenic E, which beat out all comers to win the outright Car of the Year in Ireland. It beat out the likes of the Smart 3, the BYD Seal, the EV9. It was also the European Car of the Year in 2024. But no joke or suggestion of collision here either, but it also took out the Scottish Motor Association's Car of the Year 2024 as well. So congratulations Renault Scenic E, clean sweep of Europe. And the European Car of the Year award has just been announced at the Brussels International Motor Show over the weekend. This is the big one on the motoring calendar for the year, coveted by all car manufacturers. The Eurovision Song Contest for cars. 23 European countries backed by local car publications. 60 motoring jurors have narrowed down 42 models to the finalists. And the winner has just been announced. The 7 finalists were voted on by the pool of journalists and the winner has just been announced. We love them all, but had to rule out a few of them. Unfortunately, So that leaves 3 excellent finalists. All of them smaller, cheaper and more practical, more funky and cool. Different from the direction that the Australian market's taking. And of course, all pure EVs. So finalist number 5 in the Amazing EV Car of the Year is the Korean strike back with another small, fun and affordable. And highly praised in the UK, the Hyundai Inster, or the Hyundai Inster. So cute, so practical, and coming to Australia sometime in 2025.
The strongest point of this car is spaciousness and functionality. The Hyundai made a really good job in Inster. All things can be useful or important for daily driving.
And then our finalist number 6, again from Korea and drawn from the European Car of the Year finalists, another pure EV, number 6 on our list, the Kia EV3. Again, small, simpler and more compact. We can't wait to see these cars here in Australia. So our 7th finalist and the last of the finalists from the European Car of the Year, another pure EV. The classic returns, and a twist of fate 62 years after the Renault 8 won Car of the Year in Australia for Wheels magazine. The new Renault 5 is back in Europe as an EV only. It's hot, it's cool, it's amazing. It was a finalist in the European Car of the Year and it was their overall winner. And it's our Amazing EV of the Year award, 7th finalist for you to choose from. Sadly, unless you ask for it, it's still not confirmed for Australia yet. Seeing a trend here in Europe with EVs we aren't experiencing here in Australia yet. Smaller, relatively affordable, more practical EVs from traditional manufacturers. That's assuming we can call Hyundai traditional now. Are Australian tastes that different? Tell me in the comments below, because I can't figure out why we're not getting some of these cars here. So now we have 7 finalists. Enough? Not yet. The Germans got a monopoly on luxury cars, right? Well, it wasn't always that way, and there was a big American brand years ago called Cadillac that gave them a fair run for their money. And well, in the most recent German Car of the Year awards, in the €70 and above luxury division, the Cadillac Lyriq won Best Car outright. Not just Best EV, but Best Car outright, beating all Germans, beating all comers. They've just reopened in Australia after years of, well, 10 years of GM being gone. They've got a new experience here in Rosebery, here in Alexandria, so we thought we'd better come down and have a look if it's worthy to be our EV of the Year finalist number 8. Back to the US this time, back to Motor Trend Magazine's Car of the Year, the company that started it all. And slim pickings for EVs this year. Remember, their previous winners are Tesla Model S, Lucid Air, Chevy Bolt, all outright Car of the Year winners. But only a couple of finalists this year. We've included both of those in our EV of the Year for Amazing EV. First one is the Porsche Taycan, improved in every way, the update, longer range, bigger battery, more power, a little bit of styling change, enough to get it back into their finalists. course, the ID Buzz, which has charmed its way into the finalists for the Motor Trend Car of the Year. Just gone on sale here in Australia, so it's made it into our finalists for the Amazing EV of the Year as well.
This final search wouldn't be complete without going back to Asia and to China, where it's all happening with EVs at the moment. Largest EV market for the world, more EVs produced there than just about anywhere else, and BYD might have just about gone to #1 in the world. With over 400 models from over 50 brands, there's plenty to choose from. But look, unfortunately they chose a hybrid this year. A bit disappointing, right? But look, we didn't give up, and instead we cast the net a bit further and had a look at some of our favourite YouTubers, and one of those is Mark from Inside China Auto. He just finished his Car of the Year 2024, and check that out in the link below. And the rest of his work, he does some fantastic show walkarounds. Every model, every detail, car reviews across the entire Chinese market. And if he hasn't seen it or is about to see it, I don't think it exists in China. Check out the link to his site in the description below and have a look at his Car of the Year. It might surprise you.
And at this phase in my life, that's why it is my #1 Car of the Year. Of course, at #1, the Zeekr Mix, my absolute favourite car of 2024. It's already our most innovative car of the year, but it was such a cool car. They call it the baby bus in China, and of course, I have a 1-year-old daughter at the moment, and I'm looking to put her in a car that is kind of safe and functional and cool, something that we can go out into the wilderness with and kind of enjoy as a bit of an extended space from home. No car does that better than the Zeekr Mix. It's got that super cool interior that can move in so many different ways. You can turn the seats around, face outside. It's got a big panoramic roof, loads of spec, it's got a fridge. It's the perfect family car. And at this phase in my life, that's why it is my #1 Car of the Year 2024. Congratulations to the Zeekr Mix.
And our #12 finalist comes from the Japanese Car of the Year for 2024, where it made top 10 finals. It wasn't an outright winner, but for a Chinese car, it's made a pretty big impression in what's predominantly a Japanese market. And since it's known here in Australia as a quality bit of gear with a luxurious interior and great performance, we included it in our finals as well. Finalist number 13 is your choice. It's a wild card, it's a joker. So, your EV of the year for 2025. And we'll put it in as number 13. Put them in the comments, let me know, text me, but tell me anyway. Number 13, the Amazing EV of the Year Awards is your choice. If you've made it this far and you're a big YouTube fan, you know Doug DeMiro, and you've probably seen his top 10 or the Doug Awards for 2024. And again, the results of his Car of the Year surprised me as well. So let's have a look at his top 5 Car of the Year nominations for 2024. But before we do, just a quick word about all those affected by those horrendous fires in California at the moment. We're here in Australia, but we're getting plenty of coverage here, and we can see and feel how bad things are. As a country that's experienced some bushfires from time to time, we know what it feels like. So we're right behind you here in Australia, especially those who are trying and working so hard to contain these fires and put them out. But in Doug DeMiro's finalist for top 5 of the year, he had the BMW new i5 at number 5. And unfortunately, we can't include that because it's got a petrol version as well. At number 4, the ID Buzz, and we've got that in our finalists already. He respects it, he loves it, and he loves its quirks and features as well. At number 3, he had the Cybertruck, and again, that was my choice, and maybe great minds think alike. The Cybertruck's at number 3 in his finalists for Car of the Year, and it's in our top 14 finalists as well. Amazingly, Doug's runner-up was the new Mercedes G580 wagon, a replacement for the G-Wagon. Minor updates, it looks the same. Yes, it comes in petrol and EV version, and again, we haven't included it in our finalists. And Doug's choice for Car of the Year, outright, not just EV again, showed plenty of practicality, plenty of sensibility. His EV of the year was the Volvo EX90 station wagon, luxury SUV as they call it in the States. He loves a good station wagon, he loves a good luxury car, he respects Volvo and loves this car. Congratulations to the Volvo EX90. It was Doug DeMero's car of the year and it's in our finalists for EV of the year 2025. What do you think? Do you agree with Doug? I'm not sure if we've seen it here in Australia, but it's certainly on its way and we can't wait to see it here. And there they are, 14 finalists in the AmazingEV EV of the Year Awards 2025. We found the best EVs from all the Car of the Year Awards around the world, thrown a couple in ourselves and ask you to pick one, the Joker's choice. So then we'll have 14 finalists and then you get to choose. You've got till the 26th of January 2025, it's Australia Day here in Australia, to make your choice. You can comment on whatever social media you're on, text me, email, but just let me know your choice. Argue with me, tell me if you disagree completely, or add something of your own, as long as you vote in the AmazingEV EV of the Year Award for 2025. Then on the 1st of February 2025, we'll announce the top 3 and the overall winner. And we can't wait to see your comments and your votes. I'm Roscoe, and we'll see you soon.